This is Justin Herbert's last chance to show me he could win when it matters.
Justin Herbert, through 3 games, is the best player in football this year.
Literally see him make the craziest throw.
Being able to make any throw from any angle.
Justin Herbert on his way into Eliteville.
When you look at this team, it's all about Justin Herbert.
He's as talented as any quarterback we've ever seen. But at what point is talent just not enough? Well, I'm kind of getting there with him already. Will his accolades ever match the potential, or will he be stuck being if man for the rest of his career? Let's talk about it. If you only care to hear me talk about Sunday's game against the Colts, use the timestamps below to skip ahead. But if you want the full picture, stick around for the whole video. I'm confident you'll learn a thing or two. Justin Herbert, he was destined to make the NFL. 6'6", 236 pounds, 3-sport athlete in high school. Every man in his family played college sports, both his granddads, his dad, and both of his siblings. So it's no surprise that he had a great career at Oregon. Now don't worry, I'm not gonna go over his whole college career. There's plenty of other great channels for that. Let's go straight to the NFL. Herbert is a very interesting quarterback to study. His first 2 years, he had a 4K and 5K season with over 30 passing touchdowns. In that span, he got a Rookie of the Year and a Pro Bowl. So one could suggest that passing is the key to success, right? Well, not exactly. He missed the playoffs both years. The only 2 times he did make the playoffs is when he threw under 30 passing touchdowns. So naturally, you'd come to the conclusion that passing ain't really winning him anything, right? Well, no, that's wrong too. His first playoff clinch, he attempted his most passes ever. Okay, so it must be where he's throwing the ball, right? Is it checkdowns or deeper passes that's more successful? Well, both. His 2 playoff berths are with his lowest and highest intended air yards per pass attempt. I know what you're thinking. Then what the hell is Justin Herbert's problem? There are no major stats against him. Y'all might not like what I'm about to say, but he's just not clutch.
3rd and 7. And it's intercepted. Herbert is picked by Cross.
Let's watch the tape on his best game and worst game on paper. This way we'll get an idea of what's failing him. And watching the tape from his best game, I was kind of let down. I was led to believe, as you all were too, that this incredible quarterback makes any and all throws with ease. A generational talent, as they say. They love that word. Instead, what I seen was a QB who did a great job taking the easy throws, and out of his 4 passing touchdowns, I was impressed by one of them. A great deep ball pass to Mike Williams in a semi-busted coverage. But he caught him in stride. Great play.
They line up like it's going to be a cover 2, but you have an outside-inside on Williams, and they just let him go.
He did a great job on his rushing touchdown too. Nothing was open. Scramble, get your squad some points. The other 3 were, they were just fine. Play action pass in the flat to Donald Parham, massive busted coverage on the next deep ball to Mike Will, and a play action screen pass to Eckler. Now, I'm never going to dock points for scoring or just doing your part when evaluating if somebody's a franchise quarterback. That's not the case right now. We know that he is already. This is an observation of, can he match up to his peers? Some of the guys I like to call ballers, the ones on deep playoffs or Super Bowl runs, MVPs and Player of the Year awards, the Hall of Fame stuff. Right now, I'm just not seeing it. Again, to be fair, that's just in this one game that I'm referring to. Another disclaimer, this game is from 2021. He is allowed the chance to grow as a player with different schemes and different people. Okay, but buckle up, because now we dissect his worst game. To start the game, they look good. Good yardage on the runs. Herbert making good routine throws. Then it's like it kicked in. That I have to be Superman mentality. You want to see the definition of playing down to your opponent? Look at these 2 plays. CJ Stroud drops back and makes an awful throw, resulting in a pick. That next play, Herbert says, "You're not gonna outdo me." He rolls out, and while pressured and off balance, tries a cross-body heave on 1st down to the one receiver struggling to catch anything all year. Then you have plays by his opponent on 3rd and 16. Texans fumble the snap, and CJ makes an incredible play. This leads to a long 99-yard touchdown drive. In response, the Chargers did a bunch of nothing for the entire 3rd quarter. Well, actually, that's not true. Herbert, with 21 seconds left in the 3rd, throws a high short pass to McConkey for a touchdown for the Texans. A pick 6 on 1st and 10 in a 7-point game. Now, his next interception was not his fault. If we're not going to give full credit for some easy touchdowns, we have to do the same for turnovers. It's also very apparent that the O-line played awfully for a large portion of this game. The thing with Herbert, though, you could never really count him out. He goes and makes a great throw on 3rd and 26 for a long touchdown. Then he ended off the game with another interception on a deep ball caught by Derek Stingley. he had his worst performance on his biggest stage in the wild card round against the Houston Texans. Not to mention, the last time he was in the playoffs, he was up 27-0 against the Jags, then became the first team to lose a playoff game with a turnover differential of 5 or better. I don't care what happened on defense that second half. The offense got to do their part to keep the lead. There's no world in which your opponent has 4 interceptions and you lose that game. Unacceptable. Here's my biggest problem with us as fans. We oversimplify football way too much. Herbert's problems are way too complex to fix with imaginary team swaps, and that's especially to the put Herbert on the Eagles and he gets 5 rings crowd. I'm talking to you. The thing with Herbert is you have to win with his arm to even have a chance, but also you can't rely on his arm too much because then he gets reckless. You got to find the perfect amount of Herbert to use, like a scientist mixing chemicals. You need the exact chemical formula to produce the element you want. And let me be clear, I'm not writing him off. I'm not trying to get Geno Smith. All I'm saying is he's too good of a talent to use sparingly in fear that he'll cost you the game. Jim Harbaugh wins with anybody at quarterback. He prioritizes a good run game to open up the pass game. He's never been bounced in the first round of the playoffs until last year with Justin Herbert. So if he has a coach that always advances, focused on a successful ground game which relieves the pressure on him, a pretty solid team overall, receivers that are finally stepping up with another full year in the same system to get comfortable. If he's not successful in the postseason this year, what can we say besides Herbert is great, but just not a winner? Okay, since I started this video before the Colts game, you're going to get a pregame prediction, a halftime check-in, and postgame reaction all in one. Enjoy. I think Herbert will struggle against them. Not terribly, but maybe a 2-touchdown, 1-turnover performance. In a close game that could go either way. Checking in at halftime right now. Yikes. 2 picks and down 20 points. I did not see that coming. But this game's not over. My guess is they come out the locker room strong and score 2 TDs, but it'll likely be too far out of reach to do anything meaningful. But what it will do is make Herbert's numbers look a lot better, which feels like a common theme when evaluating him. I'll check back in post game and see how things went. Hang tight for a few seconds. Okay, so checking in post game, as I predicted, they come out the half and score a few times, but it was too far gone to even matter. 38-24, Colts win. Herbert threw the ball 55 times, completing 37 of them. Had a career-high 420 yards, alongside 3 touchdowns and no turnovers after halftime. That's a great stat line, but that's the problem. He's always going to have that. It's like he has to be down and out to play amazing. Almost like it's a no-pressure situation since they basically lost already. This theme is common with him, and I'm concerned it may be unfixable. When the playoffs roll around and the Chargers most likely clinch the wild card, remember this Colts game. You may see parallels of playing great, but at the wrong time and when it's too late. I think this season is Herbert's last chance to show me, does he belong with the ballers? They show up to the biggest games frequently and only really lose to each other. In the past, you had guys like the Mannings, Breeze, Brady, Big Ben, and Rodgers. Today, these guys look like Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Burrow, and Hurts. Or will he be right next to another Chargers quarterback, Hall of Fame talent, tons of Pro Bowls, but just a postseason bystander? I guess we'll just have to wait and find out.
I'm Phillip Rivers, quarterback, and I'm retiring a Charger.